Hello and welcome to my art history final. So my essential question was, how has the clear line or L'Enclair style of art impacted history and why does this matter? So I'm going to start by giving a background to the person who created the clear line style. Hergé was a cartoonist and the founder of the L'Enclair style. He was born in Belgium in 1907. He began his career working for his Boy Scouts paper, Le Boy Scout Belge, in which he published his first comic strip, Les Adventures de Tortor. This was a predecessor to the clear line style, and when Hergé first began to play around with his style. In 1928, Hergé began to work for the paper Le Petit Vingtième, where he began his first two clear line comic books, Les Adventures de Tintin and Quick and Fluck. This led to Hergé to becoming a famous comic book artist. Hergé was forced to stay in Belgium under the Nazi occupation of World War II. He was forced to move to the Nazi-occupied newspaper Le Soir. Here, he was not able to write political messages, so he focused on setting the rules of the clear line style and honing his skills to make it unique. After the war was over, he established the Tintin magazine, his own magazine to display clear line works done by him and his associates. During the entirety of his life, his fame continued to rise until his death in 1983. So, who created it and who was meant to see it? Hergé created it. He published it in multiple newspapers, including Le Boy Scout Belge, Le Petit Vingtième, and Le Soir. What was the artist trying to say, and how do we know that? Hergé had several political messages embedded within his comics. First, scientific advances. Second, the effects of war. And lastly, racism.
Well, we're off. But take my advice and camp someplace else. It's unhealthy here.
Do you think we are here because we like it? You think we like living in all this filth? This is the only place the police would allow us to camp.
Blistering barnacles. I insist that you move at once. There's a big meadow over by Marlin Spike Hall. It's my property, so you can move there whenever you like, okay?
Thank you.
The gypsies are all villains without a shadow of a doubt.
You've no right to suspect them just because they're gypsies, you know.
Furthermore, I expect they've bolted by now.
I don't think so.
What do art history scholars have to say about the work? There's a group of people called Tintinologists, and they study Hergé and his style of work. Many of them have written books and studies on the clear line style. Some notable Tintinologists are Michael Farr, Philip Godin, and Numa Sarul. What was new and innovative about this artist's work or the movement in general? Hergé had a friend from America who sent him comic books, which Hergé used as a source of inspiration. The biggest innovation of the clear line style was the use of speech bubbles. Such a common thing in comics now is practically unheard of in Europe, but they were used in American comics, and so Hergé started a new age of European comics by using speech bubbles. Hergé had several associates that also worked in the clear line style. His right-hand man was Edgar B. Jacobs. Hergé and Jacobs had a falling out, and Jacobs left to create his own comics, the most notable being Blake and Mortimer. Another former worker of Hergé was Roger Le Loup, who went and created the Belgian comic Yoko Tsuno. Lastly, I chose Jacques Martin, who created the comic Les Adventures de Alix. Now on to Jules Swart. Jules Swart was born on 24th of December 1947 in the Netherlands. He went to school for industrial design in Eindhoven. Swart's comics began in the 60s, and in 1971 he started his own comic magazine, Modern Papier. He created several covers for the magazine The New Yorker. In 1976, Swart organized an exhibition inspired by Hergé and Tintin. It was here that the term clear line art was first used and the name became official. After that, Swart even got an exhibition in the Hergé Museum displaying some of his clear line works. So I picked two of his covers from The New Yorker to talk about. First being Power Trip. This piece was created as a cover art to a story about how tourists struggle to adapt to a new environment when on vacation, and Summer Adventure was about how the art of comic can bring happiness to reader and creators everywhere. Now I'm going to talk about the museum exhibition for the Hergé Museum. It was titled 40 Years of Art and Design, and Tintinologist Philip Godin and Just Swart created all the drawings to help design the entire museum, and then they were put on display. As time went on, the clearline style faded out of popularity, but in the 1980s, the style experienced a resurgence. Many people were inspired by Edward P. Jacobs. My first artist is Floch. So he created a book, and this is the publication information about it, and here are some of the famous clearline drawings that he created. Ted Benoit was greatly inspired by Edward P. Jacobs' Blake and Mortimer comics, and after Edward died, Ted was one of the main illustrators responsible for keeping the comic book series going, mainly participating in these two stories, The Francis Blake Affair and The Strange Encounter. Next up are the Spirou comics and the switch to the atomic style. Who created it, who commissioned it, and who was meant to see it? Spirou was first created in 1938 and served as one of Hergé's rival magazines. The comics continued into the 80s, where in 1982, Yves Chaland published his retro Spirou comic, but it was never finished, and Chaland started leaning towards a new style of drawing, the atomic style. What was it created for? Chaland's style of drawing was very similar to the clear line, but incorporated some newer elements. The movements of the pieces are more dynamic, and there is more shading present. However, the attention to the minute details is something that was inspired by Hergé and Edward P. Jacobs. So, has the clear line style impacted us today? Yes. The style has changed the way we view comic art today. Hergé started the usage of speech bubbles in European comic art, and due to the popularity of the clear line style, Franco comics gained a lot of popularity. Some of this popularity still remains today. Many modern-day comics have various inspirations drawn from Franco and European comics. A great example of the clear line style used today is Where's Waldo. Though not widely known, the intricate details and lack of shading takes big inspiration from Hergé's art. In fact, Where's Waldo is considered clear line art.